Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night. We're gonna dive in, get a little clarity, see what's going on. We're gonna start with this clarifying love situations. Always use your own discernment, see what resonates and feels like it's your message. If it doesn't feel like it fits, it's for somebody else. Always trust your own divine inner guidance in you and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. Let's see. I actually hear looking forward to. Let's see what you have to look forward to. What is coming towards the collective? That somebody's going to fall in love with you, that there's a romance that is going to be slow and steady, but it's going to be a page by page unfolding for some of you. This is you meeting somebody new, and they got a little love on the brain, a little light bulb moment. You know, they're looking through those Google heart eyes, but they don't open up right away. They're not really comfortable with the big, you know, the big I love you words until they are absolutely sure. But this is where you're flirting with someone. I mean, you're falling in love. This is somebody who wants to date you. They definitely want to see you again. It's a situation that's just, it's like that Pages energy. It's just kind of in the early stages here. So there's more to look forward to. I am seeing that either you or someone else, it's funny because I feel like they typically don't take this approach, but for some reason with you or you with this person, somebody wants to take it slow, which probably means there's more than like going on inside of their heart. So, wow. I would say whatever pace this unfolds, it's going to be the right dynamic for you and this person. This is somebody who is elevating in alignment, reaching towards that destiny, that star, the crown chakra, their higher self, in the right vibration, vibrating with you. This is somebody in tune with their intuition. This is you and someone else in harmony. You know, not singing happy birthday on the exact same note. Maybe there's a birthday since that came through. This is somebody who is different and yet it's even more beautiful together. This is a divine connection coming in for you. So maybe that's why somebody is doing something the right way. Maybe that's also why somebody has a little tough time expressing what it is that they are feeling, because if it's a divine connection, that's even deeper than the heart. That's going down to soul level. It's soul expansion, it's spiritual growth. I kind of feel like you've already been going through this, but maybe for some of you, you're going to meet somebody also that has been going through the same thing, or similar but different, but it's that growth that's important. There's something really beautiful manifesting in your life. I also see if you are in this beautiful high vibrational spiritual frequency with someone else and those vibrations intertwine, you probably have a lot of good luck coming forward in many days to come, many chapters as they unfold. This is a blessed connection. It's a divine connection. Blessings are coming in because of the gratitude that this came together, or already being in that energy, you know that when the right person comes in, hopefully she's not loud, that you will, in your soul, without a doubt in your mind, recognize that something is different, that somebody is different. When two people are destined to be together, that's when fortune does unfold. It feels like you don't even need that fortune or that fame or that abundance or that anything, because the abundance of just being with each other is enough. There's not a search for more. It's total gratitude in the what is. That's really pretty. Good opportunity, a great chance. It's also, for some of you, a joyful occasion. So I will say that if this isn't about just the overall joy that you have when you're around another person, this is you being in that energy of joy in your own vibration, with your own spiritual alignment, with your own soul's elevation. Not just liking who you are, but loving your own company, thinking with a loving mindset, with a positive mindset. And some of you might actually connect with someone at an occasion, a party, a wedding, just kind of a night out, going for morning coffee. Great chance. I really like that those cards all came out. I kind of want to jump right to the tarot just to get you a little deeper message on things to take note of or have awareness on. This is the this one, the Wild Reflections Tarot. So let's dive a little deeper. What would be helpful for the collective to know on I like you? Aligned. Good luck. Maybe you resonate with 4-leaf clovers or stars or hearts. I feel like kind of that's a bullseye or a platform. Maybe some of you have a platform. Maybe it's yoga, or you meet somebody at the gym, or you're getting healthier overall with your body, treating your body like a temple. But look at how this changes. It's just this little tiny illumination. And it's a glow, but then all of a sudden it's an elevation, and this looks like it's like a good luck firework here. And it goes out to the stars. So tell us more about this blessed connection coming in for the collective. I am excited for whoever it is watching this reading today. I feel like some of you knew something was around the corner, something was coming in soon. You didn't know how or when, but it was like inside your soul you just knew, but you were okay if it didn't. I kind of think that that's why it comes in. You know, if the right person comes in, that's amazeballs. If they don't, you're amazeballs. Therefore, you're going to still be in this vibration of having fun and following your own guidance towards your own destiny. It's almost like, you know, exactly when you forgot about something, they come a strolling. I just thought of that song by Jill Scott, Take a Long Walk, or a Long Walk. It's a cute song. What would be a helpful foundational thing to have awareness of? Yeah, well, you got good luck and you got the Wheel of Fortune. So, okay, that's the reading. The reading's over. It's coming in. The wheel is going to spin always. Look at you, like diving deep. You're like skinny dipping. So you're authentic here. You've overcome this mountain. It's like you're skinny dipping in this spiritual, I don't know, it's like spiritual energy here. The stars are aligning for you. She just looks satisfied. She looks so happy. Like she's enjoying that moment. Maybe this is a hot spring or a lake. A really big creek. An ocean. Somehow water. The wheel isn't always, you know, at the perfect position though. We learn from every position that that wheel turns in. Sometimes we feel like we're stuck on the wheel, and sometimes we feel like we're hanging on for dear life, and sometimes we're at the top of our game on that platform. But it's pretty interesting how in this particular wheel, it's flat and on the water and just floating, going with the flow. It doesn't feel forced. It feels like, I don't know, buoyant. But the best way to find your alignment is to find that center. I am getting something about the path of least resistance, or what's that other thing? What we resist persists. So there is something about just letting go, gently flowing. Wheel of Fortune. What else? It's number 10. It's also a major arcana. So that's a major change. Oh my gosh, guys. I hope this is coming in. Well, it's gonna come in soon, but I feel like this is your reading. You got a cowboy. Maybe you have horses. Oh, I haven't seen all these cards yet. Your little lasso whip thing, a spiritual sparkle in the end. You're not even sitting on your chariot. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna stand because that's way more fun. This is the Wheel of Fortune and the chariot together. You're on the right road towards your destiny, towards your victory. This is working with energies that maybe are opposite than you on the other spectrum, but yet you vibe together. That connection is the bridge between that gets something to move. This is being on the road of your destiny and having forward movement. This is, for me, the big victory card. Feeling like you are going in the direction where more and more opportunities are opening up to you, where you have that allowance that sometimes you need to go really fast and sometimes you need to mosey along, and just kind of take your time, take the scenic route, change your pace. You don't always have to run on empty, but it's knowing when you get that burst to go with it. Upside down, it's just stalling that chariot, or upside down, it is learning to release energies that were trying to steer your chariot off your path, off your destiny. Because sometimes we need that little bit of divine friction to recognize what's not working with us, what's not for your higher self, what's always kind of getting you lost or getting you off the path. And you keep getting these spiritual signposts that are aligning in your soul saying, yeah, no, there's a lot of good luck waiting for you. We've been working, on your behalf. You just have to go down a different road. You have to do something a different way. You have to have a different momentum with your situation. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that the right energies will come in and want you to be successful, want you to succeed. Wow. Tell us something else. Tell us more on the chariot and the Wheel of Fortune, please. That you've been waiting. Or this is that whatever I saw before where something is slowly developing. It doesn't always have to be fast. You do have to know when to move and kick it in gear when the time is appropriate, but you don't always have to run. This is somebody who's put in a lot of work. This is usually somebody sitting there contemplating, do I put in more work? Is it worth the effort? Is that harvest coming in? Is it right fertile ground? Is my patience going to be rewarded? It is. And your effort will be rewarded by God and the universe. Something will blossom. But you do have to go out to that garden each day. You do have to recognize if that ground is fertile ground or not. Sometimes you have to take those flowers, that seed of potential, and replant it somewhere else. Sometimes you have to adjust according to the season that you are in. Sometimes you can even work with a weird season or weird energetic weather or actual weather and help something along because of the extra effort you put into something. But it's also that energy, if you stand and you block the sunlight on something to have growth, you're hovering over something's natural growth. But when you see that everything is blossoming, plump and juicy, that the harvest is ready to go, get your wheelbarrow out there and get it ready to gather that harvest. If you're not there at the appropriate time when something is ready, and those sunflowers or apples sit there too long, then all of a sudden those plump, juicy apples start to get mushy and weird, not really useful anymore. So it is about appropriate timing. It's about allowance / hard work. But I kind of feel like this is coming in because you've already done that work. I don't think you ever left that garden to get overwhelmed with weeds. And if there was a garden that got overwhelmed with weeds, entanglement, frustration, and the growth wasn't happening, I still feel like you could take those sunflower seeds and recognize that there was probably a better place to plant that garden, starting with what brings you joy. But it could also be where you've had to have patience for a certain person to align, tap into their spirituality, or a certain person to come in. There could also be a project that some of you have been putting energy and effort into, and you're like, where are the results already? You know, you show up every day. You put all this time in. You're waiting for that harvest to come. It looks like it's coming in. It looks like it's probably for some of you also coming all at once. It's like, you know, you left one day and there's these tiny little like sunflowers. You came back the next day and all of a sudden there's a forest in its place. You also have to have kind of that energy of faith with the Seven of Pentacles. Also, it's maybe 7, 7, 10, 14, 17. Seven, 7, 10, 10. You got some synchronistic numbers here. You got the 10 of Pentacles. You have your legacy. You have somebody who might go from a first date and, you know, you really like that person's energy. Maybe this is many seeds that you have to have patience with, many different roads that you need to go on, many different cycles of this wheel to develop and unfold. And it's this constant growth of the 10 of Pentacles. You're seeing through this light ball, or this lighthouse, which is a spiritual perspective. It's also protection against any storms. It looks like these two people are in love. There's children, dog. Maybe there's a connection of generations. But I sometimes see the 10 of Pentacles as soul family. Sometimes it's actual family. But I feel like whatever family or group or dynamic it is, the connection of different people together, it's where they all want each other to be happy in their truth. They all want to see the other be successful, feel successful in whatever it is that makes them feel like it's their destiny, their legacy, their wealth. You know, maybe this kid wants to just travel the world. Maybe this one wants to be a doctor. Maybe he just wants to work in the garden. He's retired. He had ups and downs and trials and tribulations and businesses that worked and, you know, places he didn't want to be in the hallway of the in-between jobs in his life, but in the end, loved everything about his journey. Maybe these two want to start a business together. Maybe these two have a destiny together, or a lot of good luck coming in. Maybe for these two, their good luck is just being in each other's energy. And they want a simple life of spirituality and not a lot of stress. Everybody has their own idea of what wealth is. But in the end, this is legacy. In the end, this is stability, security, long-term investments, things that last, people that want to last with you, grow with you, be there. As long as they get time to be on the earth to be there. It's not somebody who wants to go away. They want to constantly put in effort. If the Ten of Pentacles is upside down, it could be a little rockiness on the home front, or rockiness around individuals because there's a mismatch in energy or an over pushing on what the other should or should not be doing. It could be a very superficial situation, even that looks perfect as cream pie from the outside, with the trimmed bushes and the white picket fence and the perfect little photo op, and yet it's exactly the opposite behind closed doors. It's like outward appearances look like everything is peaches and cream, but that doesn't always mean it is. When it's upright, it's peaches and cream either way. So let's get one more. I want to clarify that. Wow, that was quick. So somebody has to let go of something that was a burden. You have two endings here, 10, 10, 10. So the Two of Wands is making plans to expand one's world. You're having movement with this bicycle, but you've decided to be in that moment to watch that beautiful sunset. Or you're like, hey, I didn't bring my bathing suit. I'm not really into skinny dipping. I love you, my friend. I'm gonna watch you from over here and enjoy the view. I don't know why I just saw that. I kind of feel like those might be two friends. One's a little more ballsy than the other one. She's like, I'm going in. I don't care how cold it is. And this one's like, I'm good. I want to sit here and watch the sunset. But usually it is a spiritual partnership. It's two wands. It's two sparks of spirit. I do see this as a potential business relationship. If it is passion / business, that probably is why there are good things manifesting. Many good opportunities do come, and why the Wheel of Fortune is here to take you on that road to destiny. But you have to get beyond that spark. That passionate beginning has to have these decisions behind it. If this is where there's no one here to take a hold of that other wand, it's making appropriate decisions for that next step to start to manifest what is in the soul or the plans you want to make. It's getting on the phone and booking a ticket to that part of the world if that's what you want to do. It's getting more information to see what to do about a business plan if you have that idea and you want to start it. It's going on your phone and looking at the maps if you know the right road to your destiny but aren't quite sure about how exactly to get there. It's that next step that's important. But it looks like part of that step is having to let go of the past. Recognizing that sometimes you do have to do something by yourself. And you put in a lot of effort. But if you get to the end and you recognize because of new spiritual insight or new wisdom gained from somebody who's maybe gone the hard route, worked harder, but learned to work smarter, then maybe you can learn something so this doesn't feel like such a messy, heavy burden. This is somebody who almost wants to show off this entire huge garden now, but they don't even have the wheelbarrow. They're planting the seeds, but sometimes if there's an abundance or an overwhelming day where there's so many weeds to pull, it's like you get to the end of the day and you still haven't even gotten past, row 3. So maybe it's asking for help. Maybe it's hiring the right person. Maybe it's recognizing maybe there's a different tool. it's getting to that end and either dropping what felt like the weight of the world or changing that heavy weight that you or someone else was putting on themselves, that it had to be a certain way, and deciding in the next cycle, because of what you learned, you can do it a different way. It doesn't have to be where it feels so heavy. Let's go to, I want to pull some mystery messages. Let's get you a couple of mystery messages. What are some mystery messages for the collective? Transform, not conform. Elevate, change, adapt, grow. Not surrender to the tiny box of how it had to be, because that's how it always was. It's creating your own legacy. It's paving your own path if the path wasn't there for you. It's spinning that wheel if it was getting stuck. It's uprooting something if it wasn't growing. And it's being in every cycle that you get to have throughout your life, because it's going to be constant cycles. But this is what takes you to a cycle that doesn't feel like a repeat pattern. This is what expands not just your world, but branches you out to more possibilities in the world. What else? Oh yeah, I like that. Hey, it's none of your business what they think, whether that is your friend, family, people you just start dating, people that were getting you off the path, or even new people that are supporting you. In the end, this is you in alignment and in tune with God, with Source, with your higher self. If anybody was overly concerned on what anyone else is thinking, this is somebody thinking through the mindset of independence. And I do feel like there is somebody coming into the picture, especially with this, where they are open-minded, even though maybe they do think differently. But I still feel like there is a merging of ideas. There's a merging of thoughts. There's some kind of still vibrational match where it's like you think brighter, even when you put your ideas, which are bright on their own, together. Someone and something new and cool is aligning very soon in your life. Right now, maybe this is you transforming and changing, adapting and growing. Maybe right now, if you have nothing new happening, you need to start to act upon these plans and start to be the one that's in the driver's seat over here to make something new and cool happen in your life. To be that someone who does something different than you would have done it yesterday. And have a little fun. It can't be all work, all stress, all that heavy energy, all responsibility, but then never any fun. If you are aligning, that means you're following your joy. That means you are probably discovering something more about yourself in alignment with that joy that has to do with your legacy, that also is in tune with what you do to bring this prosperity into your world. Because if you have a job or you do what you just consider fun, I mean, you're ahead of most of the people on the earth that just work to get by. If you love what you do and you do what you love, you have this automatic good luck and this fortune in your life every single day. because you're not ever striving for the next trophy, the next thing. You just in the now enjoying your life. So a fun day can be a fun day at work. A fun day can be you skinny dipping with your floaty wheel of fortune. A fun day can be you getting on your chariot like a cowboy. A fun day can be going out and planting those seeds, because you know in a couple of months that's going to be the brightest, juiciest, most beautiful harvest ever, and you are really proud of all the heavy hard work you put into something. Rose is getting a free butt rub from my foot. Maybe some of you are connecting to someone or in alignment with this energy of an entertainer. Maybe it's speaking your truth. Maybe it's entertaining yourself. Maybe you're entertaining to someone else, even if you're not in the arts. Maybe this is you and someone else who just have a lot of fun together, or will. Maybe that has something to do with the city. I mean, all of this is country, so maybe that different energy needed to come through for some of you. Maybe take a trip to the city, or you connect to a certain city. That would be your fun day. Maybe if some of you live in the city and you kind of feel like you're always out of alignment and you just want a little weekend, watch the sunset in the country, or even just go to the park in your city to connect with nature, then maybe you need to switch up the vibes of where you feel a little more transformed and not confined and conformed. Here we are. So what do you do with them now that you have? What's the first thing that you can think of that is one step towards that joyful energy? And I'm gonna grab the messages from the universe. This reading was a little messy. I feel like my little doggy here needs my entertainment and to go outside and have a little fun. She is absolutely demanding my attention. Maybe it has something to do with a massage. I feel like that came out in another reading. She's definitely giving herself a massage with my feet. So let's get you one message from the universe. What is a final message from the universe helpful for, wow, the collective, please and thank you. If you are feeling stuck in any area of your life, whether it's in a relationship, a job, or just a situation, ask yourself, what is stopping me from leaving? That's this, ending, an ending. But an ending brings a new beginning. Yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it's the right step to take. Be brave. We're right beside you. Sometimes we have cycles in our life where when our vibration or alignment changes, so does the things we are connected to in our outside world. Sometimes people transform and grow with us. Sometimes they don't. That's part of life. But if you are really feeling stuck, you need to be the one to unstick yourself, to change, to do something different. Don't feel overwhelmed by looking way into the future and everything that you have to handle and all that's going to change. One decision at a time, one step at a time, one experience at a time, while being in the now that you have. So with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so very, very, very much. Did I say very? And I'm gonna go take my dog out. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.